What Samir's thinking right now, he's trying to put together his costume for the Wednesday night fights in Hollywood.
Costume?
Yeah.
Outfit, right?
Well,
no cosplay or anything like that.
My superhero costume.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what? Paint yourself green, buddy. You could be the Hulk. Hell.
What are you going to wear, Dougie?
Something nice, something sensible, you know. I don't know. You know, a shirt and tie. I'll clear it with Tom Loeffler.
He's going to get you drunk, you know.
Nah, maybe a little tipsy. And we're talking about Hollywood Fight Nights, Wednesday, June 6th, in Hollywood at the Avalon. It's called the Avalon Theater or the Avalon Club. Somebody says, don't do it. That's 360 boxing. I think he's talking to you, Samir. Don't come as the Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Boxnard says, good job on the commentary with Beto. Thank you, Boxnard.
It was incredibly great.
Coach liked it.
I loved it. My wife liked it. And
Did you enjoy the fights?
The fights were really good.
I like the Gramajo Ruiz fight, everybody. That was a good one. I want to see a rematch.
I got to tell you, you were incredibly good, Dougie. Beto Duran is... That guy's
he's the star.
But
he makes my job easy.
No, but he's such an up guy.
Yes.
And it's so good. He's so loose, but he's not over the top.
Yeah.
I like him. I mean, he's really, and he knows his stuff. You know, like 2-3 years ago, he didn't know so much.
Oh no, he's learned.
He really knows his stuff. So
Boxnard says Joshua Franco was a special fighter. I like the professor, the little professor. And maybe he's stronger at 118 pounds than he was at 115 pounds. But I liked his form, and he seemed just fine. It didn't seem like he was affected at all by the first loss of his career a few months ago in Puerto Rico, where he was stopped in the 9th round.
Did you see that fight?
Yeah, and I thought it was a bit of a quick stoppage, but better safe than sorry. Krastovsky. BJS with Murray is off officially? Yes, that's what I understand. Billy Joe Saunders will not be fighting Martin Murray on June 23rd. So maybe Saunders is pulling himself out of that fight to position himself for a September showdown with Canelo or Triple G if they can't get their business done. Who will Canelo fight, Spike or Saunders? Well, we all hope Saunders, but I tell you what, I say Saunders beats Canelo. What do you say, Coach?
Saunders is really tough. That fight's not going to happen. It's either going to be Triple G or Spike.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, I would. It's a wide range there.
Triple G.
Bit of a drop off. Well, you know.
They're positioning themselves for a Spike fight, but I think everyone's going to sort of come to their senses.
Yeah.
And it's going to work. When the fight was first made, I said it's never going to happen. But now I think what's happening is they're all playing chicken.
Yeah.
So, you know, Triple G, and I don't blame Triple G for being upset because, you know, they're all trying. And the thing with Oscar, the best way to negotiate is bring everyone to a comfort level. Don't get people pissed off. It doesn't work. It works in reverse. It doesn't matter what it's about. I negotiate all day, every day. You bring people to a comfort level. It's so much easier, so much more productive, and everyone comes out feeling good about it. But he's got...
Morning, Mike.
He's got Triple G upset, and I don't blame him. But I think it's all going to happen. Now I think it's going to happen. September 15th, Triple G, Canelo.
The rematch, huh? And you think so too, Samir?
Yeah.
You got a feeling, huh?
I think it's going to happen, you know,
all right.
based on what I'm reading.
Too much money.
The insight and,
There's so much money involved.
Yeah.
It's going to be some negotiation, but they're going to...
What happens?
See, I want to know JP's opinion because JP puts his money on his opinions.
Well, with Saunders dropping out today.
Leo, come back.
Hey, Leo.
Come on back. Oh, he's like, I got nothing to do with that. Oh, you all right?
You know, that's interesting. A lot of rumors say that Saunders pulled out to try and set up a fight with either Canelo or
Do you believe that? Given his history?
Hamstring.
Or is he just being Billy Joe Saunders?
Yeah, he's probably just being Billy Joe
Joe Saunders. A guy who always squanders his momentum.
He's very particular. Yeah.
Hey, JP, did you listen to the Lomo interview on Steve Kim's program?
I did not. I have it on my phone downloaded.
I can't believe people keep asking, Horn versus Crawford, who wins?
Oh.
Good matchup, by the way. Really? You think there's a question, Krastovsky?
Well, I have something to say about that.
I'd say it's Crawford by decision or knockout.
You know, Loeffler told me he loves Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
Dave, you love Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
I love Crawford in the fight, but the money keeps coming in on Jeff Horn.
Really?
So all I can think of is these Australians love to bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
They love
Boxnard says Crawford wins. Skills
Crawford.
too much. That's what I
I
say.
think Crawford knocks him out, although it is a size difference. But I notice
I think you have to work at it.
Horn and his camp have been doing a lot of talking, a lot of complaining about the top-ranked gym
Yeah.
and the facilities.
Yeah.
I just think Crawford is too good for him. I've been setting up some parlays with Terrence Crawford, but a lot of money coming in on
Barbosa Box says
On Horn.
only Wade thinks Horn has a chance.
yeah. Well, Horn opened a large underdog and is now he's still a large underdog, but quite a bit of money's come in on him.
Interesting.
Crawford was about 15 to 1. He's down to about 8 to 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
They
mean,
cut it in half.
either as long as Bud's the favorite.
He's the favorite.
As long as Bud is the
Yeah.
decided favorite, I won't think anything fishy's
So
going
this
on.
is a really big week of boxing, Doug. We got Wednesday, starts all Wednesday. Before Tom's show, Eddie Hearn has a show called
Okay.
Next Gen.
Okay.
He does these Next Gen shows every couple months in England, and he has what many think is the next Triple G from Kazakhstan.
Oh
Eddie
yeah,
has
this
signed
Olympian,
Daniel,
right?
Am I pronouncing it right? Yeltsinov?
Yelusinov.
Thank you.
Can you say it again, Samir?
Daniyar Yelusinov.
Yelosinov.
And this guy-
It's like yellow sinov, yes.
Yeah.
Yellow sin.
You know, we have a house interpreter here.
That's good.
Perfect. And he's a gold medalist.
Yes.
And Eddie signed him, and this guy can really fight. I
What
mean,
weight
this
class
guy-
is he?
Is he?
Like super middleweight or something?
He's bigger than triple. Yeah, he's either
Okay.
he's super middle or light heavy.
Big is good.
Yeah, and
And,
this,
light heavyweight, that's a fertile division.
and this
I think.
guy's I think 1 or 2-0. Scalia can let me know his record.
All right,
He's
so this
just
is
debuted.
Tuesday from
Wednesday.
the UK. Wednesday.
Wednesday morning from the UK.
Okay.
You can find a UK feed on it. The headlining fight is Okoli, who was another Olympian
Sure.
versus Watkins. But he's got Eddie stacked the undercard with Cheeseman, Belodi, and the one I want to see is this kid from Kazakhstan, Daniel. Am I? Yeah. Yelosinov.
Okay.
Yelosinov. Watch out for this guy.
Well, Eddie Hearn signed Mikey Garcia.
Ah.
Boxnard wants
we
to
did
know.
sign him. Oh,
You think so?
he's
Hey, at
right.
least
Come
he's
on
not
over
running for the
here.
cars today.
I'd leave him there.
Yeah, he's okay for now. Yeah. And then, of course, Wednesday night, Hollywood, California, Dennis Shavyakov, Brian
Yeah.
Sabalo, and there's a female they wrote up this week. There was an article on is her
Lulu
name?
out of
Yeah,
Australia.
Yeah, yeah. So,
There's 2 female fights on the
yeah,
card.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
great. So Wednesday night,
It's Shafikov.
Shafikov, yeah.
See, perfect. That's why Samir is here to correct me when I mispronounce every
Shafikov
single
is always
name.
in good fights.
Make
And
sure
is,
Shafikov promoted.
is Boachuk still on the card?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
No one will fight this guy. That's the
He's a
problem with
stud.
Boachuk.
Crazy guy,
Is
yeah.
someone back out?
Yeah, well, he was TBA on Box Track, the opponent for a long time. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone wants. This guy's an animal. Boachuk.
Yeah, no,
I don't
he's-
think anyone
he's
wants
brutal.
to fight him. So that'll be Wednesday night. Hollywood Fight Nights. The first one was incredible.
Real quick, Boxnard keeps asking me who wins, Porter versus Garcia.
It's a good fight. Boy, that's interesting because I could see Danny Garcia racking up points.
Yeah, me too.
With his style.
Yep.
But Porter's very determined and very hard to keep off of you as the
Yeah.
fights go on.
Right.
And you see that in every fight. Porter wears guys down. I
Yeah.
think that Danny Garcia will probably open a 2.5 to 1 favorite.
Wow.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Closer? I'm guessing.
He might wear Garcia down.
He might wear him. Porter might.
Porter might
Yeah,
wear
Porter's
Garcia
great.
down, yeah.
But you guys think Porter will be the betting underdog?
A little bit, slightly.
Slightly,
I don't
okay.
think. I believe so. I believe so. That would be my guess.
Interesting. I honestly, I'm not quite sure who wins that fight.
Doug, are you going to Vegas for the weekend fight?
No,
Okay.
no.
Now, where is the fight? Is it Mandalay or where is Crawford fighting Jeff Horn on Saturday night?
I think it's, I think it might be MGM.
Are you going to be doing Diego De La Hoya's card on Friday?
No.
No. Okay. Is that
No.
in India?
Beto
or-
will be.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
No,
so-
Diego De La Hoya's card is in Verona, New York.
Oh, it is.
Because it coincides with the International Boxing Hall of Fame induction
Ah,
weekend.
that's right. It's
Right.
the Hall of Fame weekend. Okay.
Yeah, so Beto will be on the call on ESPN with that. Good morning, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob. Hey, Jacob. And hey, Paolo in Colombia.
Yeah,
Viva.
Paolo. I mailed you
man.
two. I mailed you 2 Ring magazines yesterday,
My
Paolo.
man, Viva. Okay.
Any news about Chocolatito? Well, if he's going to fight in California again, then he's got to go through some neural exams. I know that much.
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
He's suspended.
I'm pulling up the weekly schedule for it. And hi, Barbosa Box, my man.
Jacob
much love, Barbosa
says Turning
Box.
Point Casino, right, Doug? Yeah, I believe it's the Turning Point Casino in Verona.
I think so. I want to.
Which I hear they have a nice arena.
I want to congratulate Barbosa Box. He had a couple announcements this week of some more shows he's producing.
Oh.
This man is a workhorse. He's so dedicated. Congratulations, Barbosa.
Congrats, Barbosa.
Yeah, you can follow Barbosa Box on Twitter and see all the shows that he's producing and working on. This guy works so hard, and he's a huge, huge boxing fan.
Where are they?
Saunders pulled out again. No wonder Tom hasn't been able to reach a deal with Warren.
Television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wins, Dougie? Jaime Munguia versus Hurd or Charlo?
Great fights.
I would slightly favor Hurd and Charlo at this stage. Munguia, just 21 years old. Still learning, still developing. I know he was devastating against Saddam Ali, but Saddam Ali is a natural welterweight who never had the greatest chin.
Just a trash can. So.
But Munguia, I think, if Munguia can continue to make 154 pounds for the next year or two, I think he can become like a real force in the division.
Okay, I'm gonna read you the card, Doug. So we got.
Barbosa says, "Thank you, Ghost. Love you."
Yeah, absolutely, Barbosa. You the man. So Wednesday is Eddie's card. Okoli versus Watkins headliner. And then we got Tom's card Wednesday night in Hollywood, headlined by Dennis Shafikov versus Hector Suarez.
Yeah.
And Shafikov is coming off a controversial loss close to Rene Alvarado.
That was a good fight.
Good fight. Then Diego de la Hoya is going to fight on Friday night on ESPN2. Mike Lee is returning on CBS Sportsnet.
That'll be in Chicago.
That's
I bet you he draws very well there.
Jeff Horn and Crawford headlining Saturday night in a card that also has Darlis Perez versus Maxim Dadashev. That's really good. Am I saying
That's a good fight.
That's a really good fight.
Who do you favor, real quick?
I think Dadashev will be favored.
Okay.
He's the oncoming prospect. Then we got Jose Benavidez on the undercard. We got Shakir Stevenson on the undercard.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking about Mars and Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
rematch.
the rematch. That's right here in L.A. at Staples Center.
Nobody's talking about this.
And
fight.
Jermell Charlo against Austin Trout in the co-feature there. So
we also have
that's
Terry
quality.
Flanagan against Maurice Hooker from the United States.
That'll be fun.
Frank Warren's card.
Yeah, now that
Manchester,
fight's in
England.
Manchester, correct?
And the return of Tyson Fury on the
Fury.
undercard.
Yeah.
So big weekend.
Yeah,
Big weekend.
Saturday's a big day.
Gonna check on
Yeah,
myself.
go check on him. Got to check on him because if the kid ain't all right, then there's evidence with this Periscope that.
We're gonna delete it right away.
Yeah, that JP was a negligent dad, but he looks okay. Yeah, all right, Leo.
Hey, JP knows his stuff.
Yes, he does.
Wow, does he know it? But he's
Barbosa asks, has there been a resolution on David Benavidez and Top Rank Samson?
Okay.
Yeah, that's an ongoing
I'm betting
legal
on,
dispute.
I'm betting on Top Rank.
Yeah, I mean
I'm betting
Bob
on
generally
Arrow.
gets what he wants.
He always does.
Jacob keeps asking. Wow, Jacob, you're persistent. Does Horn have a chance, guys?
Zero.
I say he has a chance to be competitive. He has a chance to go the distance. He does not have a chance to win.
Zero chance. No chance.
Yeah.
So you ready for a couple questions, Dougie?
Yeah, but if I'm going to be answering questions, I got to
Oh, yeah.
be jumping rope like some.
Yeah.
By the way, I can't jump rope like you, Samir.
Oh, that's a lie.
You surpassed me.
That's a lie.
Just like Tom Loeffler has surpassed me in the trivia.
Tom, yeah. Well, Tom surprised me.
I'm on the slide.
the cross jump.
A fading fighter.
Hey, you're 48 years old.
I know. I mean, now I'm a shell.
I like that disclaimer on your Twitter description.
Yes.
48-year-old.
Yes, just so you know.
Okay, so this fight was June 1st.
But yeah, if I didn't update my Twitter profile and change 47 to 48, the coach would give me shit. He would.
Okay, so here, this is June 1st, 1963, in Las Vegas. Two real famous guys. This guy wins a light heavyweight title.
Wow. In 1963, huh?
Yeah, in Las Vegas. You know them both.
Vegas.
I think the one guy was from New Orleans, I think.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so Willie Pastrano
Right.
against Archie Moore, huh? Oh, Willie Pastrano against Harold Johnson.
You got it.
Ah, all right.
Wow,
Second.
Dougie. That one.
Hey, who remembers Pastrano?
Hey.
You tipped me off with the New Orleans.
I know,
yeah.
but that's
And
okay.
who was his trainer? Angelo Dundee.
Oh, was he?
That was a Dundee guy, yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, Dougie, that one I
And
didn't
Pastrano, Pastrano had the legs and the jab and the style of a Muhammad Ali.
Hey, I didn't think you'd get that.
Willie Pastrana.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to give you this one.
Yeah, he was
this
good.
fight was June 1st, 1964
Okay.
in Tijuana.
Boy, the '60s was a great decade for boxing.
Non-title fight, two real famous guys.
Tijuana non-title bout, 1964. What weight class?
I would say lightweight,
Okay.
or maybe super featherweight.
Okay, so a lighter weight fighters, but the title wasn't on the line.
And I don't know.
Fighting in Tijuana.
I don't know if either one had the title at that time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Maybe
positive,
they became.
but I think so. But they were both have been title holders, and
Tijuana.
they're both real famous.
Huh.
10-round decision.
Lightweights or
Well,
round.
they were lighter
roundabouts.
than lightweights. Yeah. They were,
Maybe they were featherweights.
They were featherweights.
Is Chalky Wright one of them?
No, 64.
1960. Chalky Wright was before that.
Way before.
Yeah. Chalky Wright was like 40s. Yeah, 30s.
Okay,
and
so
40s.
one of these guys.
Okay. So, gosh, we're talking about the 60s.
Yeah. One
Huh.
guy. One's from Mexico.
Yeah.
One guy won his title from Little Red Lopez.
No, Little Red Lopez came around in the 70s, man. He wasn't around in 1964.
You know, these glasses.
I'll blame the glasses.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What just happened? What just happened?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you
I'll
say
tell you the fight and you
Okay.
tell me where I'm wrong.
No, hold on. This is 1964. It's probably featherweights. You said one's
Yeah.
from Mexico.
Yeah.
Is it is Vicente Salvador one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, Vicente Salvador.
And the
And,
other guy's real famous.
How did he do that?
Eder Hofreich?
How did he do that?
How safe is this?
No.
Probably not.
Is it
Probably very
Sugar
much so.
Ramos? Darn it. Okay, Vicente Salvador. Who else did he fight? But this was a non-title fight.
Non-title fight in Tijuana. And Vicente Salvador won 10-round decision.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, what do you think of this? This is the best babysit.
Oh, there you go.
He's caged in.
Hey, well, Doug, he's thinking the answer. We got to do this. We got to give a shout out. This is incredible, Doug. You're
Okay.
going to love this. In Russia, Saturday. This is incredible. My
Vladimir
man, one of
Putin.
my all-time favorites. Chop Corley fighting in his 82nd pro boxing
I believe
match.
he's still fighting.
82nd. DeMarcus Corley, what a great follow on Instagram. 51-29 with one draw. This guy is consummate pro. He's fought in countries all over the globe.
Yeah, he really is a globetrotter.
This guy is amazing.
When's the last time he won?
He still springs the
Yeah,
upset
he
every
still
now and
springs
then.
the
I would
upset.
consider him a gatekeeper.
I'll let you know. Dave. He has a win over Patrick Lopez in April of 2018, and he beat Vivian Harris, who he's rematching in July.
Oh, Vivian.
in Memphis.
I can't believe Vivian Harris is still
I
fighting.
know. But Chop
He
Chop
escaped.
Corley.
That's amazing. Wow.
How'd you do that, Leonardo?
Oh, wow.
But Chop Corley is the man.
Harry Houdini.
82 pro fights. I don't even know.
Wait,
how
and
he
he's
got-
fighting this Saturday?
this Saturday in Russia against a good fighter.
Against a guy who's 14-0 with 13 knockouts.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
something like that,
He's
sure.
fighting Ali Shakazarian, who's 21-2 in a 12-round fight for the WBA Asia Super Lightweight title. So this is Chop's last six. Win over Patrick Lopez, lost to Henry Lundy, win over Vivian Harris, lost to Santiago, and we're talking all over the globe. Went to Jamaica, won the Jamaican Contender there in 2016. Lost in Mexico to Estrella. Chop Corley's incredible.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
How long has he been a pro?
You know what? I'll let you know.
I was there when he won his world title.
1996.
Wow.
1996 he
A long time.
debuted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
He's making a living.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure
Got a name.
Without a doubt.
51-29. His 82nd pro fight. What a guy. What a guy.
All right. I can't think of who. So you say the guy that Salvador fought
In Tijuana.
in Tijuana
See,
was
this
really popular. Now, would he become something later, or was he like a
You know,
known guy, like a veteran?
He was no. Well, I can't tell you, but I'm pretty sure he was he's real famous.
Who was the name at that time?
I don't know.
Who was the bigger name?
big names.
Do you have an idea who the other guy was from?
You know, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know, but I mean, it's no, really, if this is like...
Well, I'm embarrassed to say
You
that
know-
I don't know who Salvador. He didn't have like a really long career, you know.
Yeah,
He
I
had, like
know.
under
So, but
40
this guy,
fights or something.
and I'm sorry I ever asked.
Okay, all right, you stumped me. Okay,
No, I
got half of it.
no, I stumped myself.
Oh, did you? Well,
Ismail Laguna.
Ismail Laguna, darn it,
Wait,
Panama, darn.
oh, yeah.
So Laguna must have been young, right? It
I
was
don't know.
before. Yeah, this is early '60s. It's before Laguna like went all the way up to lightweight, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. So they fought. Wow. Gosh. Laguna, what a great champion. Goodness gracious. Before Duran, he was the man from Panama,
You know a good theory.
and a beautiful, beautiful boxer. I do. I know a few. I have to. My line of work.
Jacob Caldera asking, do you guys hear Gilbert Ramirez's coach wants David Benavides? What do you guys think?
Wait, who's coach?
Ramirez's. Gilbert Ramirez's.
Oh,
coach.
Zerdo.
Oh, Zerdo's people are calling out David Benavides?
Yeah, he wants David Benavides.
Well, that fight can happen if Top Rank wins their lawsuit. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that, but I mean, when I heard that Bob Arum was interested in signing Benavides, I figured that's the natural matchup.
What's the argument there?
The argument is whether or not Benavides is a promotional free agent. And Aaron believes that the contract that Samson Lukowicz has with Benavides is void because of some breach of contract or something like that. So, and obviously Samson says that's bullshit, Bob. Hands off my fighter, you know. And so they go to arbitration or something. I don't know, or you know they sit down and work out something with the young man.
Barbosa Box says they have sparred more than 200 rounds, Ramirez Benavides.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have liked to see that.
Okay, here's another one. June 1st, 1966, in Japan, Tokyo. Retains bantamweight title.
Retains bantamweight title.
Yeah.
This is fighting Harada.
Yep,
Rematch against Eder Hofery.
it is.
Oh, okay. Have you ever seen those fights?
Never seen it.
They're close.
No, the first one's a split decision.
Yeah.
And one's unanimous, but it's Joffrey's only 2 losses.
Right. Joffrey
Right.
only lost to one man fighting
Yeah.
Harada.
Right.
And he fought him in Japan. And they're very, very close fight. He
Yeah.
could. So in his record, he was like 72 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
72 wins, 2 losses,
Yeah.
and like 4 draws. Or something.
Exactly. Dougie.
All right.
Exactly.
But those 2 losses to Harada could have been draws or could have been wins.
How many KOs?
A lot. More than 50. Like 52?
50.
50. Okay. Yeah, Hofery, bantamweight and featherweight.
And
And he retired for a while and then came back.
So going into the first fight that they had, what was Joffrey's record?
Oh, yeah. Probably like 47-0-3. I think he was unbeaten in 50 fights. 47 wins, no
47
losses, 3
47
draws.
and 0. I don't know the draws, but
Yeah.
it was 47-0.
Yeah.
Very good, Doug.
No, there was 3 draws.
Wow.
He was unbeaten in his first 50 fights.
Okay, let me give you this one.
And he was fighting some good guys.
Okay.
And he was traveling, obviously.
Okay, I'll give you this one.
Hey, those old timers were pretty good. But I'm telling you, the 60s, whoever was like a long-time champ in the 60s, they were good. You know, going every division. Whoever was the champ in the 60s, forget about it. They could fight.
Okay, how's this one? June 1st, 1991 in Palm Springs. On the same card were 2 big fights.
Oh, okay.
It's HBO.
Okay, well, I know one of them involved my favorite fighter of the 90s, Terry Norris.
Yeah.
And that was against Donald Curry.
My
Curry was something else. Curry was competitive. But, you know, that was Terry Norris at his peak, his athletic prime. And it was just, he had just come into his own, and Curry was just hanging on.
So what was Curry's biggest fight, best fight? and I was there.
It's got to be the 2-round destruction of Milton McCrory.
Right. They were both undefeated.
The Iceman, yeah. They were both unbeaten welterweight title holders when there were just 2 sanctioning organizations,
And
WBA and WBC.
What was Curry's worst fight?
What's up, man? Curry's worst fight? Oh, probably the upset loss to Lloyd Hunnigan,
Right.
which is one of the biggest upsets ever.
That's
You
huge.
would put that ahead of Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson, right? As far as upsets.
Yeah.
That shocked you, huh?
Hey, Coach, he's fading fast. So I'm going to let you finish the show, but I want to say, everyone, Samir, I'm going to see you Wednesday night.
See you Wednesday.
Wednesday for
see you
Hollywood
Wednesday.
Fight Nights. I'll see you, Doug.
Yeah, I'll
and
be there.
quick picks. Bud Crawford, what do you guys think? I think late stoppage.
Huh.
What do you think? Decision?
I'm gonna say Horn is a tough Australian
Yeah,
nut,
yeah.
and he's physically strong and
He's big.
awkward. So I'm gonna say Crawford by decision.
Okay. And
Clear though.
and Abner and LSC in the rematch.
That's a hard one. I'm gonna go with Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's hard.
But close, like another majority or maybe split decision,
agree
but
with
this
you.
time legitimately close.
I agree with
like
you.
the first one, Cruz won that fight. It shouldn't have been a majority decision, but this time I'm going to say majority or split decision,
I can
but I'm
see
going to
it.
say legitimately so because I feel like Mares
Yeah.
has got his mojo back a little bit.
I agree with you.
And I don't think Santa Cruz is working out as hard. That's what I've been reading. He's like not quite as
All right, I'll
motivated.
see you guys
so let
Wednesday
me.
night.
Hey,
All right,
Yeah.
JP.
bye, Leo.
Bye, Leo.
All right.
See you, Leo.
All right.
Hey, smile.
And we'll go
Yeah,
Tyson
you
Fury
get a nap.
KO win in his comeback.
KO?
Yeah.
I
We'll
wonder
go with
about
Terry
that.
Flanagan decision over Hooker.
Yeah, I
'Cause
like Flanagan.
I thought Perez beat Hooker. Darley's
Yeah.
Perez.
And Flanagan's underrated. He's a
Yeah.
little bit underrated.
And we'll go Diego De La Hoya. He's been looking good with stuff,
Yeah.
but we'll go decision.
Yeah, Diego De La Hoya by decision.
I'll see you guys Wednesday. Everyone get out there if you can, or watch on the stream if you're not.
Yeah, and I'm
LA.
thinking Fury might go the distance just to
Okay.
get the rounds.
I understand that too.
Just to
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
rounds.
yeah.
Yeah. He needs them.
But the pick of the week, I think I'm going to go with Crawford. Obviously, Crawford's a big favorite, but I'll take a risk on the stoppage that he gets Horn out of there. All right, see
Like
you
an
guys.
8, right?
I think so.
Well, if you have one pick of the week, what is it? What's the lock?
I'm going to go Crawford stoppage because I really think Manny was putting hands on him late in the fight.
It's true.
you know,
Manny
so.
could have stopped him in the ninth round.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it in him anymore.
But if it's a decision, and you're right, it wouldn't surprise me. It's just when you're gambling, you take a little bit of a risk.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean,
All
you don't
right.
want 8-1 on Crawford's a big price to lay, so try the knockout. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the price of the
Leo, you've been a good boy. I think it's about even money. I'll have to check. Yeah.
I don't get. I mean, Horn has no chance whatsoever. But Aram's really, he said the next superstar. He's good at it.
I'll tell you what, though, in a few years, Errol Spence and Crawford, maybe.
They both got to keep winning, but more importantly, they both have to gain a following.
Yeah.
That's what makes it happen.
Yep.
When you have fighters and they have exclusive network contracts,
Yeah.
the only time those networks come together to do a co-promotion is when the fight is big enough to where everybody's going to get paid.
Yeah.
So these guys, it's not enough to win and look good and be on top of pound for pound list. They got to have dedicated fans. They got to put butts
And
in the
Errol's
seats.
got to fight. He's gotta
And they
fight.
got to, well, Errol is fighting in
So who wins
Texas. But
Spence versus Crawford?
I don't. Right now I went back and
I'll
forth
see you
on
guys
that.
soon.
If you would have asked me
See you,
last
JP.
year, I would have favored Crawford, and then now I'm thinking Spence, just because he's the
You can
naturally
have a
bigger
water.
guy
Can you have a water
and
cup?
style. But
Wednesday?
let's see
I'll
what
talk to
Crawford
you.
looks
Okay.
like on Saturday. Maybe listen, Crawford wipes out Jeff Horn. Maybe he's the best welterweight in the world. I don't know. I might change my mind. That's one of those matchups where you go back and forth depending on how the fighter looked at his last fight.
So, what do you think the crowd's going to be at Staples?
I think it's going to be a decent crowd. These guys. There's not a. It's not a huge buzz. I know that, but
None.
I do think these guys have.
Tickets are expensive.
They're local guys. They're Southern California fighters. They fought their whole career here. They fought their first fight there. Their first fight was entertaining. I think they'll draw. They'll do okay. I think they'll do 10,000.
Oh, no.
You don't think 10,000?
Oh, no.
Well, they'll say 10,000.
They'll say it. No, but no, how
There'll
many?
be enough in there that they can say, yeah, there's 10,000.
No, but how many paid? So
5,500.
Let me ask you.
I don't know.
Last time they fought here, they had
Yeah.
another show the same night.
I was there.
And I was there.
Were you there?
Right.
How sick
So-
are we?
so how much
was
did-
that Shane Mosley,
how
Ricardo Mayorga
Yeah.
too?
And how much did Shane lose on that?
Oh, he lost his shirt. That's right. He was the promoter. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Promoting's hard.
Hey, so Dougie, okay, so Terry Norris against Donald Curry.
Yeah.
Who was on the same card?
Oh, I don't remember. Give me a weight class. I remember watching that show on HBO, but all I cared about was Norris. This is early 90s. I was still kind of getting into my hardcore fandom.
This guy, real famous guy, was in a real famous fight. He was an Olympian, and he won a 12-round decision. He retained the WBA welterweight title. June 1st, 1991.
Retained the WBA. Okay, so it's probably Meldrick Taylor?
Yeah, right.
Who the heck did Taylor fight in the desert?
I didn't look up the other guy. He probably...
Okay. Huh.
You didn't.
But then later they put Taylor and Norris in, and I refused to watch that fight because I was so worried about Taylor, because I knew Taylor had taken so much physical punishment in that Chavez fight, and he didn't quite look the same. Even when he won the WBA title from Aaron Davis, he still didn't seem to have the same confidence and the same form. So when they put him in with Norris, Norris was a real killer. I was worried about. So I've never seen that fight.
And who won it?
Norris stopped him in 4 rounds. Stopped Taylor. But I didn't like the fight because I didn't think, Norris could be knocked out, but you got to be a real puncher and you got to be big. And Taylor's a guy who was a featherweight in the Olympics, turned pro at lightweight, and then just gradually matured into a junior welterweight. And he was really an undersized welterweight. And here's Norris, who's a junior middleweight, and they fought at a catch weight, like 150 or something like that. But Norris always came in well under the 154-pound limit, so he wasn't going to be drained. So I sat that fight out. I used to do that.
Jacob Cordera asking, have you guys been to the Velasco Theater? How's that venue?
It's fun. It's nice. I think the Avalon is more lively because there's less restrictions. You can move around a little bit more. It's smaller, a little bit smaller, but both venues are a lot of fun. It's very special being in a club setting when you're surrounded by the fans and family and friends and gym mates of the fighters who are in that ring. You really feel the enthusiasm. You really go. It's great to go to a club show and not have any idea who the heck's fighting. And Dave and I have done that a few times at the Quiet Cannon in Montebello, and that's a fun venue as well. In part because the matchmaking is really good at the Quiet Cannon.
And
so
who
there's a lot of
did we
wars.
see at Irvine Marriott?
And we saw Edwin Valero.
Right, his 12th
in
fight.
2003.
We saw him in his 12th fight.
Casually walked down this dude who was blatantly just trying to get out of the first round.
Couldn't do it.
And Valero just like, I'm going to touch you and you're going down.
Right.
Boom! It was
and he took his time.
Took his time. Wasn't in a rush. Wasn't sloppy. Oh, yeah.
Then after that fight, he went to New York, which you went to also.
Yep. I was there to see what I thought was going to be the coronation. I thought that was going to be his introduction. Like, people like, whoa, take notice and all that.
But then...
It's different. Fate had other plans.
Whoever's promoting him, they were giving him a bonus for a first-round knockout after that. And he changed
that was Mr. Honda.
Well, I tell you what, he changed his style.
No, here's what happened. Mr. Honda offered that bonus to his opponent to get out of the first round, and Edwin Valero misinterpreted it. Edwin said, hey, if I get the knockout, I should get that bonus.
Yeah.
You're paying guys to try to give me rounds. Well, if they can't give me those rounds, give me that money. And I don't know if he did or not, but that's Mr. Honda never said, hey, I'll pay you to knock guys out in one round. He wanted Valero to go rounds.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like, let me give some incentive to the guys I'm putting him in there with.
And who was the guy who had 19 straight knockouts that wasn't so good?
Oh, no, he was good. You're thinking of Bundridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Guns.
He wasn't.
No, not Bundridge. That's not it. It's a name like that.
Right, but he wasn't as good as...
yeah, he's like a Detroit area dude.
Yeah, he won. And then,
yeah, they were trying to... They wanted to break Valero's record. No, he was like a welterweight, middleweight.
What's his name?
I'm spacing out right now.
JP would know.
JP would know, yeah. And soon Leo will know.
Hey, you're 48.
JP will pass all his knowledge
You're
on.
48 years old, Dougie.
That's right.
Okay, here's one.
All right. We
This
should probably
was-
do one or two more and then wrap up.
Okay, this was June 2nd.
You leave them wanting more.
June 2nd, 1976.
June 2nd, 1976. All
Okay,
right.
at the Olympic Auditorium, and it could have been at the sports arena.
I was 6 years old.
Okay,
What's your memory on that?
the guy.
I probably
this
don't
one-
remember this.
This one guy won a 10-round
Wait,
decision.
where was it?
Either the Olympic Auditorium
Oh,
or the sports.
so it was in
arena.
LA. Okay,
In
all
LA.
right.
Okay. The guy who won a 10-round decision, the other guy would never give him a rematch. But the other guy, in his very next fight, won the welterweight title.
How can you answer that? That's
Oh,
like-
okay. Okay. So we're talking about the guy who
You
won
know
the
for
welterweight title in his next fight was
Right.
Carlos Palomino.
No.
No? Huh. 1976, these are welterweights.
1976. Well, this guy won his title at a very young age.
Okay. All right, so that's Pepino Cuevas.
Right. And the guy that beat him, he would never give him a rematch, actually had fought Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh, so this is Andy Price? Yeah, Andy Price, the Hawk.
The Hawk.
Yeah, so the Hawk the Hawk won a 10-round decision over
Yeah.
Cuevas. And then people don't realize that. I don't know if there's footage of that out there. There should be. Don't you say? But whenever, if you go to YouTube and put in Andy Price, the boxer,
Yeah.
you just see Sugar Ray Leonard knocking him out in one round, and young fans think he was just some guy, some setup
he
guy
was
for
incredible.
Leonard. No, so Price beat both Cuevas and Carlos Palomino. He outpointed both of those guys, and Palomino and Cuevas are in the Hall of Fame, and they went on to win the welterweight championship.
Someone took a screenshot of you, though.
Someone took a screenshot of me? What does that mean? Why? From the Periscope?
Yeah.
Can they do that?
Yeah.
So if they're on their Periscope and they can take us, maybe they're fascinated by this Nightcrawler, upside down baby Nightcrawler T-shirt. You don't see that a lot
So when they take
in boxing circles.
so when they take a screenshot, there's like a little photo camera.
Oh, really?
It appears, yeah. So
That's
you can
funny.
see that.
That's funny.
Anyway, Dougie, you were incredible.
All right.
You know who's going to go crazy?
Not
Dean
batting 1,000.
Hamilton.
Dean appreciates. I like
No,
that. I
he calls
appreciate
me
that. Dean
every week. He
appreciates-
goes completely crazy. How does he do it? He
I know.
can't
That's
do it.
crazy.
How does he know this stuff? It
So
is
much
pretty
memory.
amazing. It is amazing.
I feel like Doug should write like some kind of encyclopedia or a book.
Yeah, it's
History
time.
book.
It's probably time for an. I remember. I think Ring Magazine used to publish,
Yeah.
the Encyclopedia of Boxing or whatever. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
How's it going?
It's good. Yeah, it's going good. I think there's an announcement. We're going to be making an announcement on Monday that should turn some heads. I'll keep it on the low though. So, but hopefully it makes people happy.
Is it making you
we still
happy?
the ring.
No, I mean this announcement. Is it making you happy?
Yes. Yeah. It's overdue. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
Okay, I know what it is.
all right, don't say anything.
I
Is
know.
that
Don't
what I think
jinx
it
it,
is?
man. Don't
Is that what I
jinx
think?
No, I know.
Don't jinx it,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've changed my whole opinion. I really think the Triple G Canelo fight's going to happen. I think
Okay.
it's got to happen.
I agree.
It's just an HBO.
Right.
I mean, they want it.
They
to happen.
need it to happen, don't
Yeah.
they? They have to
Right.
be putting some.
They're
some
pushing
pressure,
that, yeah.
right?
And so hopefully, I think that I could solve this whole thing.
I know. You should be a mediator.
No, it's just all they have to do is sit down.
We're gonna have to sneak you into the
smile at each
sneak
other.
you in there.
It's a no-brainer. There's so
Yeah.
much money involved. It doesn't matter what the split is. It doesn't matter at all.
You know what Samir's doing? He's getting a tan on the paler parts of his arm.
Like a real Guido.
Anyway,
There it is.
You sure
Look at those guns.
there's Kevin Costner. You want to show him? Right there.
Oh. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing? You're doing good.
Yeah.
So anyway, be
How
sure
about
to-
how about safe driving days?
safe driving? I think about it every day. I mean, it's hard, even hard for me. I mean, I got the phone, it rings, I'm driving,
Right.
I'm not looking at it.
And your wives call you when they know you're driving. My wife does
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
She doesn't care. She's like,
So
I
you
just want to
gotta
make sure you have the directions and that you can make a right turn at the right time. And
But here's the
I'm
whole
driving.
thing. Here's the thing. You
You
really
knew that.
You have to love everybody
Yes.
and just be kind and love everything and love the way they're driving. Just wave them on in front of you. That's
Yeah.
all. It's just the same deal.
Yeah.
Everyone's nice.
And do it even if they're grumpy.
Yeah.
Even if they like begrudgingly take your offer.
Yeah. Well, you might help.
I get that. They're like, they don't quite trust me. They're like, what?
Right.
Nah, I don't know, man. I'm like, no, really. They're like, they give me
Yeah.
a little bit of a stink eye. You know, I get that in the hood.
There's something behind.
It doesn't. Yeah.
There's something
yeah.
behind this.
No, I know, but then it's okay. Yeah,
You know, I
it's okay.
actually started doing that, and whenever I like let people go in my lane, I always think of like your advice. I'm like, yeah, that does feel good.
No, it feels real
It
good.
helps the
just
flow
like,
of traffic.
Yeah.
and you get there.
You can't all be stubborn, then nothing
No.
happens.
And you get there at the same exact time.
Yeah,
Except
that's true.
safely.
Yeah.
So it's all good. So everyone have a great week. It's all good. It's all beautiful. The weather out here could not be better.
Oh,
my
beautiful
God.
weather right here.
So this is like church, Sunday morning church for all of us, I think. It's
Yes.
really good. Anyway, we'll see. We're all going to be Wednesday night at the Avalon. We hope you're there.
Hollywood
You can
Fight
watch it
Nights.
on stream. And the stream this week was better.
Oh,
Their
good.
stream Friday,
Good.
they didn't break it up.
Good.
So it was a lot better. Anyway, have a great week. Be happy. And we'll see you.
All right.
Peace.
Goodbye, everyone.